Hello. Hello, Capricorn. Okay. It has been a minute since I did a tarot reading. And that's because I have been on my Capricorn shit. I was doing them really consistently, like probably every day. And I got through, I think, 8 of them. And then I got to you guys, and I've known that you were next for like... So I'll just explain the way I do things. Is like... I don't have any set schedule. Like I just said, I've been procrastinating, and I just do things when I really feel like the time is right. So this is my first reading for you guys, and it had to wait a little while. I had a lot of work going on, and if anybody can understand you know, a work break and all that stuff, like, it's Capricorn. You guys are fucking workaholics. You're known to be that way. So thank you for understanding. There are a few reasons why I think it was important. Sorry, I live in the middle of New York City, and occasionally we get a little music outside the window. It's kind of cute. Can you still hear me? Hopefully you can. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so one of the big reasons that I think it was important for me to wait to do this reading is because Naya Rivera is a Capricorn, and she has come to me before, and she really wanted me to do tarot readings. So she's probably the biggest influence on me as far as like getting started with tarot. Like, she literally, I'm like primarily a medium, so that's my strength, and I'm like, I have been studying tarot for a while, and I didn't know when to take the plunge and actually like dive into this shit. And she like forced me. I was eating dinner one day. She was like, you need to do a reading for me. And I'm like, I'm tired, I'm eating. And she was like, nope, get up and do it. So I did, and yeah, I just uploaded a video on my other channel about her today, because I connected with her more today. She's a Capricorn, and I explained in that video that she gave me this coin, and you might be like, what the fuck? But coins to me are very like connected to spirit, and I like collect pennies that I find, and I pay attention to the years on them. And there was a girl I locked eyes with from across the street right as I started doing my tarot readings officially on YouTube. And I locked eyes with this girl from across the street, and it was literally like Naya Rivera looking into my fucking eyes. It was like the most bizarre thing. And I don't even think she looked that much like Naya Rivera. It was just that I could feel that it was her looking at me. And then the second that I looked down, I found this coin on the ground. So I was like, okay, this is my Naya coin, and she wanted to be under this little pumpkin. So she's been here, and she comes out whenever I do a tarot reading. And yeah, so we're very thankful for her presence. But she's a Capricorn, so I made sure that she got through any message that she wanted to. She is allowed to lead this, so congrats on having such a fierce woman on your team. There's also a new addition to my... Oh my god, my cat is freaking out. Baby, you always do this. You always do this when we're doing a reading. I know. Hold on, let me do this. He wants me to play fetch with him. Okay. Okay. So I have a new addition to the tarot table, and I was just going to remove it, but they said they want me to keep it on here. This is grave dirt from Alexander Hamilton's grave. Was he a Capricorn? I have no clue. What was he? I'm curious to know. I stumbled upon... I used to work by his grave. And this is a very work-related... I'll just say this. I already pulled your cards. This is a very work-related... Why does it not say his birthday? Does he not know his birthday? Oh my god! He is a Capricorn! Wait, that's so weird. He's born a day before Naya. This is so weird. I didn't even know that. Okay, so apparently there's definitely a reason why I needed to wait till today to do this reading, because I only found his grave dirt yesterday. So that's insane. I wasn't expecting that. So he's born a day before Naya, January 11th. And yesterday I was trying to go to the DMV to register to vote, and like I'm registered in another state, but I wanted to vote in New York. And anyway, it was a whole shit show. They sent me, I thought it was gonna be quick. They sent me, they're like, you need to go to the bank and like print out this thing for proof of address. And I was wandering all over New York. My phone wasn't working because I didn't have that much battery. And all of a sudden I stumbled upon Alexander Hamilton's grave, and that was when I knew where I was, because I used to work over there on Wall Street. So his grave is right by Wall Street, which is obviously work central. And I mentioned this in another reading, like, you know, over there in New York in general, it's very work. And, you know, especially in the financial district, Wall Street, all that stuff. You see, unfortunately, a lot of stressed out people. My coworkers have seen people jump from buildings. I have watched firefighters clear people's remains off of subway tracks after they jumped in front of it. You know, like, I was just thinking about something random. I don't know if it's any significance to you guys. Probably not, but I'm just going to say, the person that I just was mentioning, the person who jumped in front of a train that I saw them cleaning up everything, he was 26. I don't know much about him. I just know it was a 26-year-old male. And recently I've had a lot of people who are 26 and who died from suicide and things like that visit me. So I don't know if you're 26 right now and maybe very unhappy, but like if you're 26 and listening to this, then this is definitely for you, so listen up. So I can't get over that. He's a Capricorn. So this, with me getting this yesterday and the Naya thing today, this is definitely the right time to do the reading. So thank you to these Capricorn king and queens. So cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get into this now. It's a very clear reading. I'm always so surprised how all these readings are so clear, like, so let's just dive right in. And while I keep saying dive right in, so Naya obviously drowned, which is really unfortunate. And I kept getting this drowning stuff. So right as I sat down to do this, someone drove by and they were playing that Weeknd song, Blinding Lights. But it was specifically the line, I didn't even know he said anything about drowning, but he said, it was just the line about where he said something about drowning. Well, I guess I do know, it's in the chorus, drowning in the, I don't know, I never noticed it before, but I noticed it there. And then I turn around, I'm playing the Goonies right now, I'm watching it, and I went to go turn down the volume and they were like in the water. And obviously we were talking a lot today about Naya and drowning and stuff, and unfortunately, and I see here there's not a lot of sea imagery in these cards. I use the Santa Muerte deck and this Neo Rider Tarot collection that's pink and shiny. Specifically in the Santa Muerte deck, there's really not a lot of water imagery, and I'm just noticing this kind of looks like the Titanic. You see that? Kind of looks like the front of the Titanic where the drowning and all that stuff occurred. So there is, I use the Santa Muerte deck for the past present, and then I use this, I call it the shiny future deck. So in your past present, we have big drowning energy, unfortunately. The good thing is that it's in the past, or past present, different places for different people, but it's big drowning energy. So you have this 10 of Pentacles reversed, and then you have the 4 of Swords reversed, and that's clarified by this 2 of Pentacles in, I use this position for like unsure, so it's clarified by the 2 Pentacles. And immediately when I saw this butterfly right now, I did a video on my other channel about like what I was getting from my Alexander Hamilton thing yesterday and reincarnation. It was about trying to better understand reincarnation. And maybe this is like a cliche metaphor, analogy, or whatever, but oh, that's so weird. I didn't realize that the hands on these are, this is not like a full butterfly. Half of it is, oh my god, this is making so much more sense now. Okay, so what I was going to say about the butterfly is, you know, it's a symbol of death in a lot of things, or rebirth, you know. So I'm better trying to understand reincarnation, and I had another deity come to me and explain it as like a snake shedding its skin. So like, we're here, our soul is like this snake, and in each lifetime we're shedding the layers. So it's not necessarily about gaining things, it's about shedding the bad things that we've picked up, the bad things that we've learned, and it's not so much about gaining things. So it's like that snake's the same person, but it might look different as it sheds its skin. Same thing with the caterpillar and the butterfly. It's like that caterpillar and the butterfly, it's like the same being, but do you consider a caterpillar and a butterfly the same thing? Not really. So even though it's the same energy, the same spirit, the same being, it's like it looks different. It is technically a separate thing. So I don't know if that helps you understand reincarnation a little bit better. That was what me and Alexander Hamilton were fucking chatting about yesterday. So because he's obviously died in like the 1700s or something, and obviously he's gone on to reincarnate and all that. And he was joking about being, I don't know if he was joking, but he was talking about being a man in Connecticut. I don't know if he's from Connecticut or whatever, but this is not about Alexander Hamilton, even though he is a Capricorn. January 11th, that's a cool birthday. 111. I don't know what year he was born in, but I like that. An auspicious birthday. So basically, at the very past present of this is kind of like, you know, if it was upright, this butterfly would be like, okay, you're transforming, you're doing this thing, and you see this butterfly is taking off, and it's you can either look at it as it's like shedding this human part and ascending, or you can look at it as it's growing feet and turning to something. But the way I'm seeing it with reversed is that you're hanging on to the past and you're not able to ascend. You're not able to go because these hands are reaching for the ground while the other part of you is trying to go. So there's a part of you that's hanging on to bad habits, and this is indicative of, you know, maybe like a bad work situation. It can also mean like family problems, but I will say this reading is really career focused. It's a lot on like career in your environment. So maybe not necessarily your career, but like your environment. Whatever it is, it's not healthy. Like, I don't know, just toxic, not good, not the way that you should be going. You should be 10 of Pentacles upright. And then with the 4 of Swords reversed, it's kind of the same thing. It's the drowning energy that I'm talking about. It's like you're very overwhelmed, you're very tired, you're very stuck in the, like I was talking about, the Wall Street, Manhattan, go, go, go of this dull work that just sucks the fucking life out of you. Literally sucks the life out of you. This is this life. You're supposed to be this beautiful butterfly ascending and living life, and your hands are stuck to these worldly physical matters that we think are so important here. And the news flash is that they're actually not. And here you're putting your own nail in the coffin. I'm getting a lot of like you aiding, and it might sound harsh, but like you might not even be aware of it. So that's what this reading is for, is like you're aiding in this like death of yourself and hanging on to these things. And I'm super guilty of that as well. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart, and I'm a Virgo rising, which we are also known to be like, you know, workaholics. And what I've learned recently from working with channeling like all of these different people is like, when you get to the other side, whatever you believe in, what I've been told is like they don't even consider, you know, how much money you made or like what you did in your career. Like they don't even consider that as like part of any of your progress. So we think here that that's our sole purpose. It's like one of those lies that we have to shed, our little like reincarnation lies, where we have to shed the snake skin. We have to shed this idea that like having all this money, and you know, of course money can equal security. So if you want money for security, of course that's noble. But if you want money to be fucking Jeff Bezos, I think he's a Capricorn. Is he a fucking Capricorn? What is Jeff Bezos? I heard he was like a triple Capricorn. Maybe I'm making that up. January 12th, same birthday as Naya. This is so crazy. I obviously didn't really know much about Jeff Bezos, but we have January 11th, January 12th, January 12th. So if your birthday's on either one of those or right around then, this is fucking for you, okay? Jeff Bezos needs to listen to this fucking reading. So someone at him, okay? So that's not noble. And if you're just trying to get money to like hoard money, it's not like, is Paris Hilton a Capricorn? What the fuck is she? Because I watched that documentary. I don't know if anybody watched that documentary about Paris Hilton. Okay, she's February 17th. I think that's Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, so oh well. Basically same energy. She said she said that she works so hard, you know, she doesn't have kids, she's not married, you know, and that's fine, that's totally fine if you're happy with that, but she's not happy. She's just obsessed with her career to the point where it's like suffocating her, and like I said, this drowning energy, it's just like, it's drowning her, and it's not because she needs money. She'd be well off if she stopped working today. She said, you know, once she got to, what was it, $100 million, she was like, I want to get to $1 billion or something like that. So she's just being greedy, and I don't like knocking women for trying to be greedy, because I think that there's a lot of stuff rooted in that. But you don't get rewarded for that in the afterlife is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, no one gives a fuck about that. In fact, you usually will get like reprimanded, or like you'll learn there that was not important. So now is your time to learn that's not important. Obviously, like I said, security, important. Just fucking hoarding wealth for the fucking fun of it and sacrificing your happiness, no. I didn't know that they really want us to like want to be happy, and that sounds like such a cliche, like stupid thing. Of course the universe wants you to be happy, but I feel like Capricorns especially might not know that that is actually a purpose that you have here on earth, is to be happy. It's not selfish of you to want to be happy. It's like actually something that these people that I have channeled have like, they appreciate you asking for help, and that comes into this later in the reading. They want you to ask for help when you need it, and they want you to recognize when you're not happy, and recognize when you're aiding in toxic cycles like this, like putting your own nail in the coffin and just staying stagnant in this wrong direction. So yeah, the Two of Pentacles is balance. You're not, that's clarifying these two cards. So balance is the problem, and it's definitely a work environment thing where you're not balancing happiness with other things. You're just prioritizing work, 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 do this, and you know, all work, no play. And then we have the Empress here, which is you realizing that you need to nurture yourself. This is not mothering anybody else, this is mothering yourself. She has new ideas, she's very abundant, she's very sure of herself, and very fruitful. And this is who you should be, and this is the direction that I know that you need to move in, but maybe you don't know how, or you haven't had someone tell you, like, you're going to get rewarded for mothering and nurturing yourself. Like, that is how the universe works. No one wants to help you when you're, like, going in this cycle of, like, doing the wrong things. Even if you don't know, it's like, it's kind of hard for people to help you when you don't realize that there's a problem. So this is you finally like understanding that you do need to do this. However, what's following is This Ace of Swords. Now, this Ace of Swords has come out in a bunch of readings. It's always been upright. This is in the unsure position for you, and it's always come out in the future deck for everybody, so the shiny future deck. This is coming out, and I'll say it popped up when I was shuffling this deck, but I didn't feel like I needed to take it, and it's because it ended up showing up here. And this is mental clarity. This is new ideas, new beginnings, just a fresh start in your life, but it's in the unsure position because I think there's a part of you that at least knows that you need to change something and you need to nurture yourself and you need to take better care of yourself, but you're still stuck. And I had a couple cards over here that I wasn't sure if they needed to be in the reading, but I put them aside and I said if they come into play with the reading, I will bring them up. And I have this Six of Cups in the shiny future deck, but I think the reason why I didn't pull it is because this is not in your future, this is in your past present. So I'm gonna read it as if it was in your past present. I think we have the Nine of Wands reverse, clarifying this Ace of Swords in the unsure position, and this is like stuck in the same cycles. This is like Six of Cups is like romanticizing past behavior, having nostalgia for past behavior. So maybe there's a part of you that admires that, like, and it is admirable to an extent, that work. You know, I was even doing that today. I was thinking, so I'll just say, sometimes I talk a lot, I'm sorry. I bring up stories as they come to me and hopefully they relate for you. I saw this girl on TikTok today. She posted a video of her very toxic boss, like yelling at her for making a grammar mistake or something. And it was so nasty. I just heard this woman and I was just like, I've been there. When I was working on Wall Street, my boss was like that, and I just was so drained every fucking day of my life, and it was so bad. And this girl, she quit her job, and there was a part of me that was like obviously so happy for her, and I'm like, yes, oh my god, like that's crazy, good for her, I hope everything works out. But then there was a part of me, still that toxic part of me, that like hang on to romanticizing that work, suffer. And I don't know about you guys, but my parents are super into that. They think that no one should have fun. They think that all you're supposed to do is fucking work, and until you die of unhappiness, you know? So a part of me was like almost a little bit salty, and it's hard for me to confront that because it's like such a shitty attitude. But a part of me was like, well, she better have something lined up, because if she's gonna fucking just quit her job, then she better fucking just fucking know what's gonna happen. Like, it's pretty bold of her to just quit her job. And there is a part of me that, you know, I recently worked myself so into the ground here, like me fucking, this is you digging, these hands reaching into the soil, you can even see like an indent. This is you digging your fucking grave with your own hands and then putting the nail in the coffin. I did that before. I thought that working so fucking hard was the meaning of life, and then I became so ill, so incredibly ill, that I thought I was going to actually die, like an actual coffin situation. And I was actually just thinking about this before this reading, is like, would I tell people that I am proud of that girl for working that hard? Because what happened was, I worked that hard, I almost killed myself, but it did end up paying off, because now I live a very easy life right now. I make a lot more money, I do a lot less work, and I have a lot more free time for fun stuff. So it's like, my motto my whole life was work really, really hard when I'm young, and then one day it'll be easy and I'll thank that girl. And now I'm at that point where I'm becoming that person that I worked so hard to be, where I'm able to just coast along basically. And I'm like, am I thankful to that girl for almost killing herself? It's a very conflicting thing, and that's what this is talking about here. This like, this conflicting holding on to and romanticizing these past things, because maybe working so hard has gotten you to really amazing places. I wouldn't doubt that as a Capricorn. I feel like you know, hard work does pay off in some respects. But I don't know, if you're that guy who jumped in front of that train, on Wall Street because you're that person that jumped from the building that all my coworkers saw. I'm just like remembering 9/11 too. It's like, you know, obviously those people didn't choose to fucking die, but I don't know. There's just like a lot of like death energy surrounding all that work, you know. It's literally like digging your own grave, like I've already said a bunch of fucking times. So I struggle with that, you know. That girl who almost killed herself got me to where I am today, but I do wonder, and you know what, I don't even wonder, I do believe truly in the bottom of my heart, from what I have learned from communicating with gods and goddesses and whatever you want to call them, is that I would have gotten here even if I treated myself better. And maybe I even would have gotten here quicker if I treated myself better. See, that's the thing, is like maybe you got somewhere from all this bullshit hard work and you think that that means that that was good, but maybe you don't even realize that you could have gotten more if you treated yourself better. Maybe you don't even realize that you could have gotten more and quicker if you had treated yourself better. So just because you got rewarded for doing that, don't let that confuse you, and don't let that make you think that that is the right thing to do. Don't allow that to make you think that that is healthy and right. I truly believe that doing the right thing and taking care of your body and your health and your sanity will pay off tenfold if you do that. So that's the big message here. If you can, just try to stop romanticizing the work lifestyle. And I'm gonna stop this video because it normally ends at a half hour, and I'll start a new one. Okay, so the last card we have here in your past, present, and I will say they had me do the spread kind of weird, like there were this is not a linear spread, and I think that's because you have a lot of like back and forth emotions. It's like I said, you're working very hard, and then you're like, you know, you need to nurture yourself, but then it's like, oh, but I got somewhere by killing myself. So it's a lot of back and forth. And then this card, I've never really done it so just disjointed. And there's also a lot of like horizontal position cards, which are my unsure position. So it's like a lot of, you're stagnant right now, and you could go in the right direction. You're not completely flipped, but like you need a nudge to get going in the right direction. And this card is a really important card. It is the Nine of Cups, and this is like that Titanic one. You see this little heart here? I didn't even notice that. So you have this card way up here, and that's because this is, all these other cards down here are this earthly shit, and Capricorns are very grounded in that, are very grounded in the earthly shit, and maybe they could use a little bit more of the Nine of Cups energy, which is like wishing for things, asking for help, asking whatever you believe in, higher power. Obviously, watching a tarot reading, I don't believe you probably think that nothing's out there. I think you probably think, and we got the siren saying, it's an emergency, bitch. You could end up in that fucking ambulance. And I'm sorry this is such a grim reading, but it's because I've seen shit like that. Like, people working so hard where they almost fucking kill themselves. Or do, you know? So Nine of Cups is reaching up, and that's why it's up here. This is always here for you. This is always here for you. Like I said, it's hard to help somebody who doesn't know that they need help or doesn't think that they want help. But when you make that realization and you say, I need out of this, I don't know how I'm going to do it, or like whatever, you can surrender and just ask your ancestors, whoever you believe in, whatever God, whatever angel, demon, whoever the fuck, ask them for help and say, you know, I need something different than this. I'm not treating my body. I'm not treating my body well. I'm not treating my life well. I'm not honoring my life. There's this quote from Calc Everlasting that I fucking love. Don't be afraid of death, Winnie. Be afraid of the unlived life. Didn't someone else say something like that? Abraham Lincoln or some shit? I don't fucking know. Anyway, this is all about reaching up, getting out of this ground, earthly shit, and looking up to a higher power, to a higher being, to a higher something, and just realizing that you need the help and you're asking for it, and you believe that that will help. Don't ask for it believing, oh, this shit doesn't work, the universe doesn't help. No, the universe really wants to help people who want help. And I know that I don't like saying these generic ass things, because obviously there are people out there who want help and don't get it. So I don't think it's as simple as just asking for help and getting it, but I think it's worth a shot. And this card is saying, if you believe in any of this shit, that, you know, this is your way out. If you can't escape yourself, if you can't get to this Ace of Swords yourself upright, your last resort needs to be, because some of you are going to be able to on your own. Some of you are probably heading in that direction anyway. Some of you are going to be the Empress and just go and get to that Ace of Swords upright. So I'm dealing with different groups of people here. But if you can't get to that, then reach up and really get connected to those higher powers, your higher self, all those things. Do some research on that. And just ask for help. I feel like Capricorns are not great at asking for help, and they just want to do it all themselves. They want to work. You got to do it. And the good thing is, so like I said, I have these two cards over here that I said I was gonna pull if they came into alignment with the reading, and I pulled the King of Pentacles in the past present, and I put it over here. So obviously this is not in your past present. King of Pentacles is who I think you are. Again, sounds a little bit harsh. It's who I think you definitely want to be, but you are not this currently, because you're not treating yourself properly. You're not prioritizing happiness. So it's like, this man is only the King of Pentacles, not because he worked hard, because if you just work hard, you're not gonna get to this king status. This king status worked hard, but also learned very important lessons and like stuck to it. And that's why I couldn't pull this in your past present. But I'll tell you where it came out again. I love when this happens, because I don't pull a ton of cards, but the King of Pentacles, the same card came in your future, and that's where it's supposed to be. It's in your future, because you're not going to get to it the way you're going now in this direction, but you absolutely will get to it if you either take this Empress card seriously and start nurturing yourself and then get to this Ace of Swords, or if you're unable to do that, you reach up to whoever the fuck you believe in, the universe, and you ask for help. And there's a very quick, once you get to either of these, either the Ace of Swords or the Nine of Cups, could be either for different ones of you, you make progress. So now you're the Page of Wands. This is this childlike renewal. This is this new, this is just like this brand new, it's almost like the butterfly coming out of the fucking, now you've turned this upside down. Now you have an actual butterfly, like, being birthed from this shitty, ugly situation. Like, your ugly cocoon, your ugly dark cocoon is like, now you're this beautiful sunny Page of Wands. This is like cute, really cute card, active, going after things, has this like lust for life, and just this like not heaviness, not this heaviness that you're dwelling in right now. This is this lightheartedness, this joy and love of life and happiness. It's happiness, you know? So you go from the Page of Wands, which is a really cute card. I really like that coming after all of this. And then you get to the King of Pentacles. Once you prioritize this Page of Wands happiness type of outlook, then you become the King of Pentacles. And it's like, this Page of Wands doesn't even feel like it's trying to work to become the King of Pentacles, which is which is like what I said, is like, you don't become the King of Pentacles just by working hard. You have to find the balance, which was this two of Pentacles. This is like you, the two versions of yourself, looking at itself in the eye. The one that is going to prioritize happiness, and one that's stuck in all this bullshit. So this Page of Wands is like finally doing the right thing, finally feeling happy, finally whatever. And then out of nowhere, as a reward, out of nowhere, becomes the King of Pentacles. Because finally, it's not prioritizing this Pentacle shit. Finally, it's not prioritizing drowning and fucking killing yourself. So that's what I'm talking about. The rewards. It's like, you think all of this shit in the past is going to get you here. And that's why I didn't have this card in the spread, because it's not. And you're going to only get there once you change your priorities around. And that's, what a surprise, you know? How many people can say they're the King of Pentacles? Not a lot of people. And then how many people can say that they're the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands? You end on the King of Wands. So not only did you get to the King of Pentacles, King of Wands is like, I like better than the King of Pentacles, because it's like the King of Pentacles, but like even more of this Page of Wands energy. It's like, it's the combination of the two. It really, to me, is the combination of the two, you know, the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Because maybe the King of Pentacles can be seen as a little bit dry, a little bit, you know, just very stable, very all of this. But you're getting this Wands energy, which is this joyousness, this energy, this passion. It's passion. There's not always passion associated with the King of Pentacles. It's like success, like loyalty, long-term success, money, growth, maturity, all these things. But it's not always known for like passion and happiness. Of course, happiness is associated with those things. But the fact that you have the King of Wands here is that happiness, that passion, and that lightheartedness that you so desperately need. And I mean, it's really beautiful. I have no idea how you guys can go from all this shit in the past to this amazing thing. And I really think it's something only a Capricorn can do, because you guys are so determined. But you just need to turn that determination into, instead of like money, 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 career, perfect life, home, like all this stuff, into, you need to switch that determination into, I'm determined to be happy and not drowning. I'm determined to be fucking sailing. There's no drowning here, okay? Sailing with the help of my ancestors, my whoever you believe in, okay? But man, this outlook is no joke. So like, you're not staying in this for a long time. I definitely hope you're not. If you are, like, please seek some outside help, because like I said, it's sometimes hard for you to realize on your own how fucked up. I just saw 1111 on this. So yeah, I have not looked, like I said, I started a new video during this, and I have not looked at the back of this camera once while I was doing this. And you can probably even do the calculations on here if you rewind to where I said that I was changing the camera thing. It was exactly 11 minutes and 11 seconds. I had not looked at that the entire time. And this is the wish card, the 9 of Cups. So 1111, make a fucking wish. And we had, what was it, 2 people with January 11th birthdays? No, at least one. One. Yeah, so there's a lot of look up 11, look up all that stuff. It's a very spiritually connected card, and it's a card number, and really, really important. And you know, 1111, make a wish. So this is all about wishing for the proper things that are gonna truly make you happy, because where we're at now, I don't think is going to truly make you happy. And hopefully you know from this reading, hopefully I said it enough. And obviously that's what Naya wants you to know, and that's what Mr. Hamilton, shout out, thank you, wants you to know. So Jeff Bezos, fuck off. But yeah, he should give me his money to distribute to the proper people, and then he will find happiness, because right now he's gonna burn in hell after this. Okay. I'm gonna shut up now, but thank you for sticking with me if you did, and hopefully you got something from this, and please subscribe if you enjoyed, because I don't have a set schedule like I said, and if you want more, that's the only way you're probably gonna find out. So thank you guys, love you.